Andrew has, confided that there are many times that he felt like, too many times that he actually felt like giving up. But every time, just any time he wanted to actually let go and give up and close up shop and things like that, someone would call him and ask for help. Most of it is because they might have gone to someone else to place an order, request for a particular Huat Soh, and they couldn't get what their god wanted to design, and that image that the deity has requested for, and they're not able to achieve that. They've then gone to Andrew for assistance. So he said, there are also other reasons. He might have images or messages sent by Fa Zhu Gong asking him not to give up. And there's certain scenarios or situations that happen to him that actually force him back to touch the tools again and again and again. Many times he really wants to give up because, he's really tired. There's other factors affecting it, like in terms of rental, capital, financial difficulties. There's too many, all these conflicting situations that will make him run away. And poor Andrew has the demons in his mind asking him, to give up and let's go, let's do something else. We're not going to invest any more capital. We're not going to get another loan and rental and things like that. And with dealing with banks and government, and it's just too much for Andrew. And many times he just wants to run away. But in the end, he just comes back and he said this one word that he'll be able, or he wants to use to describe it, is that he's just very freaking tired. But somehow he always brings himself back, to start this all over again. And he just doesn't know why, but I think the deities has spoken and, is drawing him back to do these things again and again and again. So Andrew then mentioned throughout the years he's done a lot of special designs that was not for sale or not meant for the market or anything like that, but only when he receives a message from above that gives him a little signal, a little nudge, then which the deity wants him to pass it on to that particular person, then he actually does so. So he said times change, people change, the generations we grow and change with the times. So for him, he won't comment as to what the rules are or what regulations that they do or that he has to follow, but he said at the end of the day what he's learned throughout this whole process is to be humble. Being humble is actually the greatest thing to do, and to be very, very humble in terms of what instructions he's received from above and what he's supposed to do for the Xintua, or what sort of requests he has to fulfill. So Andrew then also mentioned that he's based his designs on quality and being a responsible business. So, he said, obviously true for every businessman, money will obviously cross their minds, how much profit we're going to make, how much sales or things like that. But he actually says there's one thing that he dare say, hand on heart, is that from day one, no matter how hard it was, how bad sales were, he was really down in sales and can't even make ends meet, he's not changed his price of how much the Huat Soh actually cost. So he actually maintained the brand, the quality, his artwork, his products are all handmade, and he's not changed the price at all. So even though some people might charge for the time spent to make that particular Huat Soh, or if you want some fancy, intricate, cobra or snake with colored pearly colored scales or something really fancy, he has not changed his price no matter how difficult or hard that particular request is from the deity itself. He ensures that he actually complies or take every single information on to heart, and then creates that particular Huat Soh, but without any change of price or anything like that at all. Andrew then also mentioned, some he won't speak for other companies or or artisans who actually make Huat Sohs like him as well. He said that if he's taken on this business, this responsibility given to him by the deity, he'll do his part, and he'll do his best to make sure that every Huat Soh that leaves Temple Huat Soh company is of good handwork. It's good, handmade, worth the skill that they paid for, the time, as well as to fulfill the image or the wish of the particular deity that they've requested that particular Huat Soh to be made. He said that he has sponsored some new Sintua, because they're really young and new Sintua setup. So he has actually sponsored them. He noticed that these new ones, so he has actually sponsored a Huat Soh to be made for them. And most of the time he said, it's just for him and his staff. It's just heads down, bums up, and just work hard and to make these requests and fulfill these requests. And also for him, it's praying. He said praying never ends. And this is really a funny sentence that he actually said to me. Praying never ends, and snakes never die as well. So, I think what he was trying to say, he's determined, the determination and the responsibility keeps him and his staff going. So the other thing that he wants to say is that he's got no issues in terms of, telling everyone that for him, the most important trait that everyone and even himself actually has is to be humble. So he's made a couple of mistakes by teaching his staff members without permission on how to make the Huat Soh. So he obviously has to seek permission from the deity, his Da Lao Ban, before teaching, passing on the skills and designs and things like that. And he's not done that. So obviously he suffered in the end. He got betrayed, and until today there are other he said that there are many times that any other companies has also stolen their designs and that sort of thing. But he said for him, if he keeps himself humble and keeps praying, then he'll get through the hump, and he won't be actually seeing any other or faced with any other bad situations as he go along as well. So last but not least, Andrew also wants to say a couple of thanks, huge thanks to his 恩师, which is 吴敬生特郎, his 老师傅 from 川云剑山上山山福音教六人堂. Sorry, that was such a struggle. I told you my Chinese is really bad, so let me try that again. His 恩师 was his 吴敬生特郎, and which is he's 老师傅 from 川. Okay, here we go. 川云剑山山山山福音教六人堂. So he said that, a huge thank you to his 恩师 or his 师父, because he's teaching him a lot of fa as well as 道理, to help him on his journey to be a better person and to make better Huat Soh. Last but not least, Andrew wants to convey, his sincere thanks to his wife, and her name is Mrs. Eileen Tugi Susanti. He wants to say, thank you, Eileen, for being that pillar of strength and always supporting him when he had to go and, go through all these journeys and doing all these things and his Huat Soh. So Eileen has been that, that huge pillar of strength for Andrew during his whole time. The other thing was, I was talking to Jimmy of 以學兩大, and he told me that he got a Huat Soh actually from Andrew. So I'll share a photo of Jimmy and his said Huat Soh, which was made by Andrew, who's really happy with this particular Huat Soh as well. And Jimmy being Jimmy, he's a super humble person, just like Andrew. So at the end of the day, I think the message that we want to take away with us viewers is that being humble is key, no matter how high, how far you've climbed. I think if you're down to earth and a humble person, you'll go a long way.
'Cause I'm too rough around the edges, steal and cheat and lie, make my lovers cry. 'Cause I'm too rough around the edges, too rough, too rough, too rough, around, 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 edges, too rough, too rough, too rough. Yeah, I'm too rough around the edges. You should know I'm pretty special. I don't mean in the best way. If you trust me with your heart, I won't make you keep it safe. Only in my dreams, only in my dreams. I play fair, I don't make you leave. Oh my God, why is it so hard to love? Only in